So many of you may be bored of the same old meals that you've probably been making the last several weeks for your family, or you've been maybe limping along on peanut butter and jelly and pasta because you never really had to cook this much until now. Virtual cooking classes are now being offered by some of the city's top chefs. In fact, last Sunday, the chef at Coop 303 offered a crash course on scallops. He taught his class how to make scallop sashimi, rosemary, diver scallops. Ooh, yum. So this weekend, the corporate pastry chef from Black Sheep in Orsay will show you how to make brunch pastries. Chef Rebecca Reed is that chef. She is joining us this morning to explain how these new virtual classes work. Also show us something that you can make at home with the kids as you look for creative ways to try to keep them busy. Good morning, Chef.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on. It's so fun to be here from home.
I know. It's nice. It's in your kitchen, which is what I love. So first of all, can you explain who's the best person to take these courses? I mean, you have to know what you're doing, or is this for beginners?
You know what? You can be anywhere on the whole gamut. Really, if you like to cook at all or enjoy watching people cook, you could always just tune in and see the difficulty level and then try it yourself or not. But really, all of these classes are geared for home cooks. I know I like to use up the things that I have in my pantry right now. Try not to go to the grocery store a ton. So really, all of my recipes are geared towards that and really geared towards using the equipment and the things that you actually have at home.
Yeah, which is so helpful, too, because, you know, people are anxious anyway about leaving the house since of the stay-at-home order and going to the grocery store with so many people there. So when you enroll in these classes and you sign up online, do you literally make the food right there then with the chef? He kind of walks you through, he or she, what to do?
Yes, that's definitely the goal. So the way the class is set up, you will actually get an email with all of the recipes and instructions for the class beforehand. So you can actually source everything yourself. And then for my class, it'll be 3 recipes. We'll be doing some brunch pastries. These are some of my favorite. So I would encourage everybody to have all of those ingredients already scaled out and ready to go in front of them. So that way we can just cook along together, add everything, and I'll share all my little tips and tricks as we go.
Which I love. I know you're going to show us how to make some fantastic ice cream sandwiches here in a minute, but first, we know that with all of the restaurants closed, at least even, for eating in, some are open for takeout. Is Orsay open for takeout, Black Sheep as well? And are these classes kind of helping to supplement your income since, nobody's able to work?
Yes. So my salary has been cut, but I feel so fortunate to still be able to go into work and provide the curbside service for our community. That has been great, but over 140 of our employees have been laid off. So another thing that we have done is started a GoFundMe. You can see it on all of our social pages, and I encourage people to support us through our GoFundMe as well. These virtual cooking classes are just a great way for me personally to be able to continue to share what I love to do and also make a little extra income for myself through all of these during this time.
Well, sure. And we think about all of the people who are out of work, and many of them are from the restaurant industry. All right, let's smile now. How about, can you walk us through for folks that are watching at home and are looking for some fun things to do with their kids? I was making monster cookies with my kids, in fact, over the weekend, just trying to make some things fun and not watching TV. You've got ice cream sandwiches. So what's the secret to making sure that the cookie itself doesn't get all soggy?
Okay, so here are all of my tricks. And this is really what I love to do at home, and really just to share all of my professional experiences with the home cooking. You don't want a soggy cookie. You don't want your cookie to be too hard or too soft. If you like to bake and have monster cookies laying around at home, that would be wonderful. A little pro tip that I do is just add a little bit of salt to the top of the cookie. If you bake them yourself, great. If you don't want to cook them, you can actually visit Black Sheep, and we're selling chocolate chip cookies for $1. So add it on to any meal, add on a couple extra, get your chocolate chip cookies that are a little chewy in the center, just crisp around the edges. And then another thing that we're actually still offering from Orsay is pints of ice cream to go. I would love for you to check out Orsay's flavors. You can see them on all of our social pages, or visit your local grocery store, pick up ice cream. And I like to look for the small size and the ones that are in the cardboard containers. And then this is my pro tip. I'll use a serrated knife and actually just cut the container. So I cut my container to get that perfect shape, this nice cylinder right here. And then there's no stamping out ice cream. There's no scooping. All you do is just press this right onto your cookie. Your perfect shape right here. Hit your cookie lid. And then you don't have that awkward round scoop in the center that breaks your cookie. You just have that perfect shape right in there. And what I like to do, especially right now, is just use things that I have on hand. I love cereal. So if you have Fruity Pebbles, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or something like cocoa nib or some nuts or coconut from your freezer, you just roll the edges in that. Another thing that I do is just take all the little bits of sprinkles that I have left over from all the other baking and cooking that I've done, and I combine them together, make my own fancy sprinkle blend, and then that's a wonderful thing to just coat right on your edges for your perfect ice cream sandwich.
Oh, Chef Rebecca, you are making me hungry this morning. I want to skip breakfast and head straight to dessert. This is great. I love the idea of cutting it with the cardboard and being perfect, because mine does always crack on the edges. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. Really appreciate it. We want to remind our viewers that you can check out and sign up to take the class. It's between $10 and $15. Chef Rebecca is offering hers on Saturday, and it's Italian cinnamon sugar muffins she's teaching. Ham and cheese savory biscuits. Ooh, delicious. That's Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then on May 1st, there is a class that's available with Chef Dennis Chan, who we love. He's been on the morning show many times from Blue Bamboo. He will be making mandarin orange sponge cake, which is just very, very famous at Blue Bamboo. Also, Thai iced coffee, red curry shrimp and grits, and some yummy grit cakes as well. You can visit learnfromchefs.com to see the menu and details for the upcoming classes. As I mentioned, they're between $10 and $15. Bruce?